Dear students, in this session I am going to discuss the problem from 3D geometry, three-dimensional space. Okay, first question, find the coordinates of the foot of the perpendicular drawn from the origin to the plane 5y plus 8 equal to 0. See this problem, this is the equation of the plane 5y plus 8 equal to 0. If we simplify this, we can write y equal to minus 8 by 5. We can write y equal to minus 8 by 5. This is the equation of the plane. Okay, this is of the form x y equal to k. This equation is of the form y equal to k. This is the equation of the plane which is parallel to yz plane. This plane represents parallel to yz plane. For example, I will show you like this. This is negative y axis, this is negative x axis, this is negative z axis, x, y, z. So y equal to k, this is parallel to xz plane. What about y equal to minus 8 by 5? Minus 8 by 5 means minus 8 by 5 will come here on y axis. So this is plane like this, passing through minus 8 by 5 which is parallel to xz plane. So from this point to origin, what is the foot? Means the required foot on y axis, negative y axis. That negative y axis on that point, it is 0, minus 8 by 5, 0. So the correct answer is option D. Option D is the correct answer. This k represents, remember, this k represents distance from xz plane to this point, 0k, 0 on y axis. This one represents 0, k, 0, a point on y axis. Through this point, try to understand, through this point, this plane passes and parallel to xz plane. Remember that. Next question. The angle between two diagonals of a cube is, remember, this one you have to remember as a formula. There is no derivation to discuss now. Okay, direct question. When this kind of questions comes, directly you can write the answer. These are all standard questions. Angle between diagonals of a cube. If we consider a diagonal, okay, if we consider a diagonal like this is a cube. Okay, this is a diagonal, one of the diagonal. There will be 4 diagonals. See, what is the angle between these two? That is cos inverse 1 by 3. Derivation is there, that is little bit lengthy, that is not required here, you have to remember. Yes. Next problem. The distance of the point P of ABC from the x-axis is, see, these are all direct question. Any point P of A, B, C from x-axis, from this point to, this line to this point. We know that distance from this point to xyz plane, xy plane, that is z coordinate, yz plane, that is x coordinate, xz plane, that is y coordinate. But here the question is distance from the point to line x-axis, that is always given by root b square plus c square. This to here, this distance is root b square plus c square, remember. Then what about y-axis, that is root a square plus c square. What about z axis, that is root a square plus b square. Remember this question. Here only you are having 3 questions in one question. Cos alpha plus cos beta plus cos gamma are the direction cosines of a vector A. Then cos 2 alpha plus cos 2 beta plus cos 2 gamma is equal to. This is also direct question. Answer is minus 1. You have to remember this result. This one you have to remember. How to get? We know that alpha, beta, gamma are directed angles. Then cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma are direction cosines of a line. Then there is a relation cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma. Cos square gamma equal to 1. This cos square alpha, cos square beta, cos square gamma we required in terms of 2 alpha, 2 beta, 2 gamma. There is a relation, that is cos square theta can be written as 1 plus cos 2 theta divided by 2. Using this, we can write 1 plus cos 2 alpha divided by 2, cos square alpha. Cos square beta 1 plus cos 2 beta divided by 2 plus 1 plus cos 2 gamma divided by 2 equal to 1. 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2 is common and shift to right hand side. 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. 3 plus cos 2 alpha plus cos 2 beta plus cos 2 gamma equal to 2. The required one is cos 2 alpha, cos 2 beta, cos 2 gamma. So answer is cos 2 alpha plus cos 2 beta plus cos 2 gamma equal to 2 minus 3, that is minus 1. So option C is the correct answer. Next question. The perpendicular distance of the point P of 6, 7, 8 from xy plane is. Just now we discussed to the line. Now it is plane. X-axis, y-axis, z-axis. There is a point P of 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 7. 6, 7, 8. In general, a point is represented by P of x, y, z. Then, what is the meaning of these values x, y, z? What is this x, y, z means? It's very simple. This x coordinate always represents distance from this point to yz plane. And this y coordinate always represents distance from this point to xz plane. This y represents xz plane and this z coordinate represents distance from this point to xy plane. So the required answer is z coordinate in the given point, that is 8. Therefore option A is the answer. Reflection of the point alpha, beta, gamma in xy plane is. Answer is alpha, beta minus gamma. How it is possible? Very simple. In xy plane, this point alpha, beta, gamma present in first octant. If you consider alpha, beta, gamma as positive one, then this point lies in first octant. Reflection of this point with respect to xy plane lies in fifth octant, down. It will come down. This is xy plane, down fifth octant. That is, only z coordinate will change. Alpha, beta, x coordinate and y coordinate remain same. In fifth octant, only changes is z coordinate. So its sign changes, that is alpha, beta minus gamma. Remember this. The value of k such that the line x minus 4 by 1 equal to y minus 2 by 1 equal to z minus k divided by 2 lies on the plane 2x minus 4y plus z equal to 7 is. Always try to understand the question first. The given line x minus 4 divided by 1 equal to y minus 2 divided by 1 equal to z minus k divided by 2 is lies on the plane 2x minus 4y plus z equal to 7 is. This line lies on the plane for what value of k? We know that in this line there is a point 4, 2, k. This is a point lies on this line. Yes or no? Yes. So this line lies on this plane. Point lies on the line lies on the plane. So this point lies on the plane also. This point lies on the plane. If this point lies on the plane, then this point satisfies this equation. That is 2 into 4 minus 4 into 2 plus k into 1. The coefficient is 1. Equate to 7. 8 minus 8 cancel. K equal to 7. The required answer is k equal to 7. Option D is the correct one. The locus represented by xy plus yz equal to 0 is. 4 options are there. A pair of perpendicular lines, a pair of parallel lines, a pair of parallel planes, a pair of perpendicular planes. Answer is option D. Just observe x, y plus yz equal to 0. If you simplify this, we can write y into x plus z equal to 0, which implies either y equal to 0 or x plus z equal to 0. Now in this y equal to 0 and x plus z equal to 0 both are represented by equations of the plane. Both are represented by equation of the plane. So option A and B are not the answer. These two are pair of planes, whether it is parallel or perpendicular. To identify that, first find out the corresponding coefficient of x, y, z in both. Here this one we can write 0 into x plus 1 into y plus 0 into z equal to 0. First equation. Second one, 1 into x plus 0 into y plus 1 into z equal to 0. If you multiply the coefficient of x, coefficient of y, coefficient of z, 0 into 1 plus 1 into 0, let's take into, plus 0 into 1, what we are going to get? 0. Entire product is 0. That means both are perpendicular. Remember, if a1x plus b1y plus c1z equal to d1 and a2x plus b2y plus c2z equal to d2. If a1a2 plus b1b2 plus c1c2 equal to 0, these two are perpendicular. If a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2, then they are parallel. See the next question. The angle between the lines. These are the equations of the line, but they are not in the standard form. Let us write this equation in the standard form. If you write like that, we can write like this. X minus 0 divided by 2 will shift to denominator, 1 by 2 equal to. Always equation of a line in the standard form is x minus x1 divided by a equal to y minus y1 divided by b equal to z minus z1 divided by c. So 3y is there, we can write y minus 0 divided by 1 by 3 equal to minus z is there, so we can write z minus 0 divided by minus 1. This is the first line, L1. What about L2? What about L2? This one, that is x minus 0 divided by 1 by 6 equal to y minus 0 divided by minus 1 equal to z minus 0 divided by minus 1 by 4. Now we require the angle between these two lines. In L1 and L2, we required A1, A2, A1, B1, C1 and A2, B2, C2. This is A1, B1, C1, A2, B2, C2. Always, to find the angle between any two line, whether it is line or plane, first find out the products. Find out A1, A2, always find out this, A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2, calculate this one first, equal to 1 by 2 into 1 by 6 plus 1 by 3 into minus 1 plus minus 1 into minus 1 by 4. What we are getting? 1 by 12 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4. This product will give, just observe, directly we have tried actually, no problem, 1 minus 4 plus 3. So what we are getting? 0. So directly we got product of A1, A2 plus B1, B2 plus C1, C2 equal to 0, which implies L1 and L2 are perpendicular 1. If we are not getting this one as 0, then we have to use the formula cos theta is equal to B1 dot B2 divided by magnitude of B1 into magnitude of B2. Parallel vectors. This one we have to calculate. If B1, B2, this is B1, this is B2. If they are not getting 0, then go for this. Otherwise, directly we can say that answer is 90 degree. Next problem. The image of the point 1, 6, 3 in the line x by 1 equal to y minus 1 by 2 equal to z minus 2 by 3 equal is. This is one of the easiest question. Actually, there is a formula. No need to use any formulas. If you know the basic concepts, easily we are getting the answer. Remember this, the required point may be any one of these, right? Let us assume that the required point is ABC. this point, if it is image of the point 163 with respect to the line, then midpoint of these two lies on the line x minus 0 divided by 1 equal to y minus 1 divided by 2 equal to z minus 2 divided by 3. Because this is the line, there is a point, let us take 1 comma 6 comma 3, what they are asking. Okay, image of this point always here, this is the image, this distance and this distance are always same, that means midpoint of these two lies on the line. So now from the option, 4 options are there, calculate the midpoint between each, this one with this, A with this one, B with this, C with this, D with this, substitute in the line. If it is satisfies, then the answer is that point. If you take 107 with 163, what about the midpoint of these two? 1 plus 1, midpoint formula, a1 plus a2 divided, or x1 plus x2 divided by 2, that formula, y1 plus y2 divided by 2 and z1 plus z2 divided by 2. 1 plus 1, 2, 2 by 2 is 1. 0 plus 6, 6 by 3, 3. 5. 7 plus 3, 10 divided by 2, 5. 135 is the midpoint of these two. If this is the midpoint of these two and this is the image of 163, then this point satisfies this equation. Substitute x minus 0. In place of x, y, z, we are going to substitute 135. 1 minus 0, 1. 1 by 1, 1. 3 minus 1, 2. 2 by 2, 1. 5 minus 2, 3. 3 by 3, 1. So we are getting 1 equal to 1 equal to 1. That means satisfies. This point satisfies. So directly we can say that without going for A, B, C, D option, we can say that A is the answer. Now check for B and C or D. Anyone. I will take with C. If you take C, if 270 is an image with 163, let us calculate the midpoint. 2 plus 1, 3. 3 by 2. Fractions we are getting. No problem. 7 plus 6. How much? 13. 13 by 2. 3 by 2. Now substitute in place of x. 3 by 2 minus 0. 3 by 2 by 1. 3 by 2 we are getting. Equal to 13 by 2. 13 by 2 minus 1. 13 by 2 minus 1. How much? 11 by 2. Divided by 2. 11 by 4. 11 by 4. This one only not equal. Then no need to go for z coordinate. Right. So no need to go for z coordinate. So now directly, actually one answer if you are getting like this, then that itself is the answer. There will not be another point where midpoint lies on the line. That's not possible. So with one answer only we are getting the correct one. Yes. The plane 2x minus 3y plus 6z minus 11 equal to 0 makes an angle sine inverse alpha with x-axis. The value of alpha is equal to. Now let us write the equation 2x minus 3y plus 6z equal to 11. This is the equation of the plane, and this plane makes an angle sine inverse alpha, an angle sine inverse alpha with x-axis. What is the equation of x-axis? Actually it is just I cap. Equation of x-axis is just I cap. Okay, the value of alpha is equal to, let us find the angle between plane and the line. Line is I cap, plane is 2x minus 3y plus 6z equal to 11. What is the formula to calculate angle between line and plane? Angle between line and plane is sin theta equal to vector b dot vector n divided by magnitude of vector b into magnitude of vector n. What is b here? Equation of a line, that is I cap, or vector we can consider. Okay, what is vector n? 2 I cap minus 3 j cap plus 6 k cap. Now substitute here sin theta equal to, okay, I dot n. See, multiply b with n. What we are going to get here? J coordinate, k coordinate is not there, so directly we can write 2. Directly we can write 2. And magnitude of vector b is 1. Magnitude of vector b is 1, and magnitude of vector n is 7. Square root of 4 plus 9 plus 36. Root 49, 7. So 7. So theta is the required angle. So we can write theta is sine inverse 2 by 7. This is the angle made by the line, plane with the x-axis. Sine inverse alpha. Sine inverse alpha. So what about alpha here? 2 by 7. Yeah. The vector equation of the plane which is at a distance of 3 by root 14 from the origin and normal from the origin is 2i cap minus 3j cap plus k cap. Direct answer, distance from origin to the plane 3 by root 14 and normal vector, that is 2i cap minus 3j cap plus k cap. Equation of the plane, if distance from origin to the plane is given, is r dot n cap equal to d, where n cap is unit normal, but here it is given as normal vector. So n cap is equal to magnitude of vector n is root 14. So 2 by root 14 I cap minus 3 by root 14 j cap plus 1 by root 14 k cap. So substitute here r dot 2 by root 14 I cap minus 3 by root 14 j cap plus 1 by root 14 k cap equal to 3 by root 14. Now here root 14 we can take common and we can cancel with this and we can write simplified form r dot 2 I cap minus 3 j cap plus k cap, which is equal to just 3. Root 14 will come outside, will cancel with this root 14. So the correct answer is option A. Foot of the perpendicular drawn from the origin to the plane 2x minus 3y plus 4z equal to 29 is. There is a formula. If x, y, z is the foot of the perpendicular from the point x1, y1, z1 to the plane ax plus by plus cz plus d equal to 0 is x minus x1 divided by a equal to y minus y1 divided by b equal to z minus z1 divided by c equal to minus of ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d minus of ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d divided by a square plus b square plus c square. Here x1, y1, z1 is nothing but from the origin. So 0, 0, 0. This formula you have to remember. How to get the value of, how to get that point? It's very simple. X coordinate will get by equating first value with third one. Y coordinate will get by equating second value with third one. And Z coordinate will get by equating third value with fourth value, last one. Okay, now let us take x minus x1 divided by a equal to this. Let us calculate x coordinate. X minus x1, x1, y1, z1 are 0, right? So x minus 0 divided by a value is 2. So x minus 0 divided by a equal to, see, first three values will give 0. x1, y1, z1 is 0. D, what is d? Minus 29. See, plus d equal to 0. RHS is 0 means minus 29. Minus of minus 29 divided by a square, b square, c square. What is a square, b square, c square? Just observe, you are going to get 29. 4, 9, 16. 29, which is equal to 1. So x by 2 equal to 1. X coordinate is 2. So in that foot of the perpendicular, x coordinate we are getting 2. Just observe the x coordinate in each option. Only one option where x coordinate is 2. So without going for other values, directly we can say that option B is the answer. Yes. See the question. The line x minus 2 by 3. The line x minus 2 divided by 3 equal to y minus 3 divided by 4 equal to z minus 4 divided by 5 is parallel to the plane. If you know the terms in the line, easily we can identify the answer. In this, 2, 3, 4 represents a point on the plane. These 3, 4, 5 are the direction ratios of a parallel vector. We can consider as vector B, that is 3i cap plus 4j cap plus 5k cap. If this line is parallel to any one of this plane, then this parallel vector is also parallel to any one of this plane. How to identify that? It's very simple. If we know the properties of plane, what that term indicates. Here, the scalar components, that is, coefficient of x, y, z, what we are having in all the planes, that is direction ratios of the normal vector. Here 3, 4, 5 are the direction ratios of normal vector. So here normal vector, for example option A, normal vector can be written as 3i cap plus 4j cap plus 5k cap. In option B, normal vector is I cap plus j cap plus k cap. In option C, normal vector is 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 4k cap. In option D, normal vector is 2i cap plus 3j cap minus 2k cap. If this vector B is parallel to one of the plane, then vector B is perpendicular to their normal. Yes or no? This vector B, if it is parallel to the plane, because line is parallel to the plane, so plane is also, this vector is also parallel to the plane. If this vector is parallel to the plane, this vector is perpendicular to its normal also. So which option will give that normal perpendicular to the plane? Just observe, if you use the common sense, coefficient of I, j, k, scalar components are positive. So in normal there must be a negative to get 0. Here all are positive, here all are positive, here all are positive. Only option D will use one of the term is negative. Let us check with that. 3 into 2, 6. 4 into 1, 4. Plus 5 minus 2, minus 10, just observe 0. That means here normal vector is 2i cap plus j cap minus 2k cap. This normal vector is perpendicular to the parallel vector B. That means the line is parallel to option D. Always use the common sense. The lines x minus 2 by 1 equal to y minus 3 by 1 equal to z minus 4 by minus k, and x minus 1 by k equal to y minus 4 by 2 equal to z minus 5 by 1 are coplanar. If two lines, just observe, remember this, are equal to a1 plus lambda b1 and another line are equal to a2 plus mu b2. These are the two lines. If these two lines are coplanar, if and only if a2 minus a1 dot b1 cross b2 equal to 0. a2 minus a1 cross b1 dot b2 equal to 0. That means this line, this one all will use 0. They are also coplanar. What about a2 minus a1? a1 b1 c1, a2 b2 c2. This is normal vectors b1, b2. How to find out this? Directly I am going to write it in the determinant format. First row a2 minus a1, 1 minus 2, we can write minus 1, 4 minus 3, we can write 1, 5 minus 4, we can write 1. Next, second row b1, coefficient of b1, that is 1 1 minus k, 1 1 minus k, and b2, third one, k2 1 equate to 0. If we expand this, no need to use any properties, directly we can expand and we will getting the answer. Minus 1 into 1 plus 2k. So minus 1 into 1 plus 2k. Okay, minus 1 into, delete first row second column, 1 plus k square, 1 plus k square, plus 1 into first row third column, 2 minus k equate to 0. Now simplify, minus 1 minus 2k, minus 1 minus k square, plus 2 minus k equate to 0. Minus k square minus 3k minus 1 plus 2, 0. So equal to 0. We can take minus k common and we can write k plus 3 equal to 0. In this we can say that either k equal to 0 or k equal to minus 3. Which is the correct answer? Minus 3 is not there. So we can say that k equal to 0 is the correct one.